Hello, thanks for joining me. My name is Eitan Daniel, and I wanted to talk to you about my book, The Mountain, the Forest and the Infinite Blue Sea. It's now available, and I wanted to just share some of my thoughts and meaning about what I had in mind when I wrote it.
What's the book about?
The book is a collection of short stories. They're pretty much, very much accurate stories from my life, from childhood, army and beyond. They all have in common a sense of being out of depth experience. They all talk about things, human experiences that are to do with the less comfortable parts of self, doubting, ridiculed, things that I think are very human and very commonly expressed, but very rarely sort of out there. So I wanted to write about something that I think should be a bit more out there.
What isn't it about?
It's not an outright autobiography. It's, I have some of the stories maybe hours apart, some of them might be years apart. I mean, as I started to write, I realized there's so much, and I think, there's maybe 60 stories in this book that I would consider critical, and I would say that there probably are thousands of those moments in life, if not more. So it's just a depiction of some key stories that are not completely give you a sense of who I am or how I got here.
Tell me about the title.
Yes, well, this book started as a working title of 50 Shades of Grey. Some would say that it's probably more accurate than what the celebrated infamous book is about, but also it's a little bit lazy. It came to me when I stopped looking for a title, and pretty much, as a child, I had a good childhood, and therefore anything that was challenging felt really overwhelming. And where did that come from? Hence the mountain. In the army, I was in a very sort of controlled environment, and therefore the sense of being surrounded by a forest and I couldn't see very well. And the infinite blue sea is probably later as a hindsight sort of thought, realizing that life's challenges really never ending, but they evolved and they change, and that's what I meant by it myself.
Who's the book intended for?
I think a lot of people can relate to it, because I've tried to write it interestingly and insightfully, but also very simply, and I think that the subject title could appeal to anyone from Israeli Jewish people, because that's my background, but certainly people from the army, police people who may relate to the second section in particular. But I'd say more globally, anyone who's ever struggled with being doubtful, regretted what they've done, never understood how they got to where they have, lost purpose, whether temporary or longer term. I think I'm talking about all those kind of experiences in a way that hopefully can allow other people to, in a safe way, connect with their own human experiences.
What's the message that you want to give out?
The message. I would say it's a little bit of a self-help book, but I really don't want to give any distinct messages. It really is, don't give up, don't be complacent, because whatever it is that's came your way, whether it's your making or whether it's somebody else's making, there's always an opportunity for change and transformation if you look for that opportunity, and I think this is what I'm aiming for. Just celebrate and embrace the pain and the loss and learn from it about what it means. It's part of you, part of all of us.
Where can you get the book?
Well, It's available as an Amazon Kindle, so if you type my title or my name, it will come up very quickly in the search. Otherwise, you can buy it as a hard copy from the likes of Inspired Bookshop. So if you type this title, you'll be able to get it. And alternatively, I will always be happy to talk to people directly. So if you email me on eitan471 at gmail, I'll be happy to help out.
Okay, any last comments?
No, just, well, yes. Pretty much, whether you know me or you don't know me, I wouldn't expect you to buy a book because of my pretty hair or because I'm a celebrity or because of what I say to you. My hope is that you can go to the likes of Amazon's and just try the book for yourself. You can have a look inside and see if you like the style. My hope is that you would. I might not think that everybody can relate to every single story, but I would be surprised if most people couldn't relate to many of the human experiences depicted. So thanks very much for listening. Bye.